welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, I read tarot intuitively, and today we're doing another timeless pick-a-card reading on what are the angel numbers you have been seeing trying to tell you, and what are the signs and the synchronicities you have been seeing trying to tell you. So we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, we have the Gustave Doré Tarot. Pile number 2, we have the Micheal Tarot. And pile number 3, we have Murder of Crows Tarot. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And remember, this is a general reading, take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Pile number 1, if you chose the Gustave Doré Tarot, this is going to be a reading on what are the angel numbers you have been seeing trying to tell you, and what are the signs and the synchronicities you have been seeing trying to tell you here. So, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, help me tap into what are you trying to say to my pile number 1s. Clear, concise messages. Spirit, thank you. Thank you for guiding us, angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Thank you for these accurate messages. Very grateful. What are the angel numbers? Okay, pile number 1, we have the 5 of Cups, 7 of Wands, the Moon card, the World card, 10 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, the Tower, and Ace of Swords. So, I think pile number 1, firstly you need to know that whatever dark times you have been going through are very soon to come to a pass. I feel a lot of y'all are seeing a lot of 5s. You may be seeing 55 or 555. Or you may be seeing a lot of feathers, you may be seeing a lot of birds, you may feel very connected to birds over here. And that is a very clear indication that your angels and your ancestors are really, really close to you. Your spirit guides are very, very near you at this time. And what they're trying to asking me to convey to you over here is, a lot of y'all have been betrayed, disappointed. I feel a lot of y'all have just lost faith in humanity as a whole. You have lost faith in love, but you had to go through what you had to go through for a reason, and the worst is over for you. And I feel a lot of y'all have to fight. I feel a lot of y'all are very alone right now, and you're really being asked to stand your ground. That's another thing that the angel numbers you have been seeing is trying to tell you here, that you truly need to keep maintaining your stance. I think a lot of y'all need to have firm boundaries, and people who cannot respect your boundaries need to be on the other side of it, and you need to be very clear about that. I feel there has been a lot of deception, a lot of betrayal. I think, and this is not a stranger who has hurt you. I feel these are people who are very close to you, and they perhaps came off as they had good intentions for you, but I feel they were jealous of you, and they always knew what a powerhouse you are. And I feel right now you feel as if you're fending off multiple attacks. I think a lot of y'all are, you may be fighting at all levels, but just know that this will come to an end. You're very much closing a very, very big karmic cycle, and you need to understand you had to go through this. You had to clear certain karma for the good things to come into your life. And I feel this is a lot of your past life karma is what I'm getting here. And I feel a lot of y'all feel very burdened right now. Y'all feel very, very burdened. So I think you need to declutter your life. You need to declutter emotionally, spiritually, and physically. I think a lot of y'all just need to let go. And a lot of y'all just need to learn to say no. A lot of y'all need to learn to say no to people. It's going to be very, very important. Don't take on other people's problems. This is the time for you to put yourself first. I feel you've put a lot of ungrateful people before you, and they pretty much bit the hand that took care of them. And I think you've earned your discernment at a very expensive cost. So don't let that go to any vain. I want you to know, I feel a lot of y'all are single. You will have the right partner come in. You won't be attracting the same shallow, narcissistic individuals. You won't be attracting the same broken people over here. And what your spirit guides and your angels are really coming through, and your ancestors are coming through and saying over here is, y'all don't feel safe. And I don't blame you, you know. You have been really betrayed. And it's not just one time. I think it has just happened over and over and over again with different circumstances and people. And I think you need to take into introspection why this has happened. This very much has a cause. And you will be able to see the bigger picture very, very soon. But you need to start living your life as if, you know, you need to go about your day knowing that you're very, very protected and you're very, very safe. And how would you live your life if you truly knew that you were protected, that no one can harm you? And that's what your spirit guides are really, really coming through and saying over here. You need to take assertive steps. You need to take steps with intention. I feel a lot of y'all are stepping in your very divine masculine energy. A lot of y'all have been doing things, and a lot of y'all have been taking charge. Or, you know, if you haven't, this is a sign for you to start doing those things, because I feel a lot of y'all don't see yourselves as leaders, but you are a natural leader. And the very fact that you don't see yourself as a leader makes you the perfect leader. And you're not the kind of person who would want to control and assert dominance. You are someone who will lead from heart. And I feel a lot of y'all are also being called here to follow your higher purpose and put in the work. And I think a lot of y'all just need to take the first step over here. And you need to understand that you are going through a very transitional phase in your life. So let whatever is falling away, fall away. It is no longer serving you. And I feel by this, I don't just mean people in your life, but also behaviors, toxic patterns, the self-limiting beliefs, the way you talk to yourself is really being highlighted here. I feel a lot of y'all don't allow yourselves to bloom into your fullness. And that's what you truly need to do. You need to get out of your own way. And now is the time for you to put in the work. Just know your harvest is coming. I feel a lot of y'all have been putting in the work. A lot of y'all have been very consistent. You know, a lot of y'all are meant to be pioneers here. Even if you have a 9-to-5 job, you're not supposed to work under people. You're supposed to do your own thing. You know, so just know all your harvest will pay off. You will get your harvest. You will get the abundance that you're looking for. I feel a lot of y'all just want some mental peace and stability. Y'all are just tired. Just know it is going to come to you. It is definitely going to come to you very, very soon. But you need to keep your head above the water right now. And I feel a lot of y'all are alone right now for a reason. So enjoy being alone right now. Because you're not truly ever alone. You know, you definitely have your spirit guides, your angels, ancestors with you at all times. And, you know, seeing whatever angel numbers and signs and synchronicities you have been seeing is very, very much the sign for those things. You know, every time you see an angel number or any signs or synchronicities, you may be seeing a lot of butterflies, a lot of bats, owls, feathers, crows. And just know that every time you see a feather or something, just it needs to relax you, because they're basically saying that they're very much with you. And you do have a lot of people and a lot of your ancestors just loving on you and protecting you against whoever is jealous of you. You know, I think a lot of y'all need to understand that the kind of light you have, just by merely existing, you trigger people who don't live in their truth, because you do. And you just need to start feeling safe, because you are safe. And I think a lot of y'all need to realize how powerful you are. I think that is truly what is getting in the way over here. You know, you're kind of understanding your own power, but you're not ready to take on the mantle completely just because it scares you. And if it scares you, it's exactly what you need to do over here. And if you have been wronged, just know that people will pay. You know, they will very much pay for the wrongdoing they have done for you. I feel a lot of y'all are very chosen. A lot of y'all have been put on this earth to raise the vibration, not just for yourself, but for others, and help the earth develop as a whole. And this is no small task. this is not easy. You know, you're very much chosen in your family to break ancestral patterns and generational curses, and it is very intense. It's not easy, and just know you will meet an equal. You know, I feel a lot of y'all had to water yourself down. A lot of y'all had to settle for some crumbs in some really horrible relationships. That is not your future. Your future is very, very bright over here. You will meet an equal. You know, you won't have to sell yourself short. You won't have to be miserable anymore. You know, and yeah, again, the biggest message coming out over here is to maintain your boundaries. I feel a lot of people who have left your life will try to crawl back in like the roaches and the leeches that they are. So you definitely need to keep them out. You know, learn to say no to people. And I don't even think you owe people any explanation. You know, just don't engage with these people. Don't give them the time of the day. Don't give them your energy and your time. You choose how people treat you. You know, so make sure you stick to having boundaries and do not compromise. I feel a lot of y'all give services. I feel a lot of y'all may be tarot readers of some kind or astrologers. And I feel a lot of y'all need to start charging accordingly. Even if you have an Etsy store or something along those lines, you just need to not feel ashamed for asking your worth, because you are very worthy. And the more you will realize your worth, the faster your blessings and your manifestations will come to you. But you just need to know that the worst is truly over here, and you can really, really move on. And the only person standing in your way right now is you. So, you know, just get out of your own way, right? And I think a lot of y'all have earned your discernment, you know. You're not going to be deceived the same way, you know. The manipulation tactics and the gaslighting is just not going to work anymore. So, keep fighting. It's going to be worthwhile. Everything that you're putting out will come back to you. Shuffle some oracle. Anything I missed out here? We have the Queen of Elfame, Magic and Beauty. So I feel a lot of y'all have been going through a glow up, or just know you will be going through a glow up. And if you have already been going through a glow up, just know your glow up is going to be more. A lot of y'all may be seeing rabbits, but you're definitely seeing a lot of feathers, birds, even owls. And I think what you need to understand is you sort of haven't, this is not a life purpose reading, this is not a destiny reading, but you need to understand you have been put on earth for many reasons. But one of the very specific reasons is you are supposed to be a mirror to a lot of people, so they can see things within themselves that they need to heal. And if they choose to not heal those things, they will pretty much blame you and, you know, put a target on your back just because, you know, they cannot see themselves for who they are. And you need to, the biggest lesson for you is to not take those things personally, you know. And I feel a lot of y'all may be very connected to fairies, and just know that you're very, very protected. And what you need to understand is you don't just have angels, you have a very, very big spiritual team behind you. You know, I feel a lot of y'all are relatively advanced in your own personal spirituality. You know, I'm also getting a very shamanic vibe. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're very, very close to achieving your goal, and know that you are loved and you are held. And if you feel lonely right now, try to introspect. Why are you feeling lonely? Why are you not able to feel complete within yourself? And when you find this answer, everything around you will unravel for the best. You will be attracting your soul tribe and your soulmate over here. You will be attracting a divine counterpart. So don't let your past hold you back. Yeah. So that's all I have for pile number 1. Again, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. If you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. I'm taking private readings right now. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. pile number 2, if you chose the Micheal Tarot, this is going to be your reading on what are the angel numbers you have been seeing trying to tell you, and what are the signs and the synchronicities you have been seeing trying to tell you over here. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family, help me tap into what are you trying to convey to pile number 2s through all the angel numbers and the signs and synchronicities you have been showing me. Clear, concise messages, Spirit. Thank you. Here. Okay, pile number 2, we have the World card, 7 of Discs, King of Wands, the Tower, Hermit, the Fool, 4 of Swords, 9 of Discs and Ace of Discs with 6 of Swords. So I'm getting a lot of messages. A lot of y'all, I feel a lot of y'all have moved, or a lot of y'all want to move. Know that it is going to happen. A lot of y'all have been hoping to get a new job somewhere else, or you just want to move out of your house, or go and study somewhere. It's going to happen. Now is the time for you to make investments. I feel a lot of y'all are very powerful manifestors, so please keep manifesting. Work with the moon cycles. You know, write down your gratitude list and your manifestation list. It's really, really going to help you guys. And I think a lot of y'all need to realize that yes, you are going through some very, very difficult times, but it is precisely why you have been seeing so many angel numbers and signs and synchronicities. You need to know that you're protected and you're loved and you are taken care of. Your future is very safe. You have your angels guiding you and protecting your future over here. So I'm sensing that there are a lot of people who have been trying to get a reaction out of you, to trigger you in some sort of way, to gaslight you. And it may have worked in the past, but it's not working anymore because, you know, you've had a lot of revelations. And I think the biggest revelation you guys have had over here is you're just realizing how truly powerful you are. And if you don't realize this, you need to know this, because you're showing up here as the King of Wands, and King of Wands is a go-getter. He makes things happen. King of Wands is someone, you know, he's pretty much fire of fire. You know, he's pretty much the burst of creativity. So I feel a lot of y'all are naturally very creative, and you may have had certain artistic blocks. Just know that all of that is going to go away. You're going to feel rejuvenated. You're going to be at your creative all-time high. You're going to be very magnetic. You're very much in the process of attracting everything that you need. And a lot of y'all are completing some very heavy karmic cycles and ancestral lessons over here. So please be very loving and gentle and kind to yourself. And I feel a lot of y'all have been putting in the work, and you're not exactly able to see the results right now, but just know that they are coming. Your manifestations are coming in, even though you don't see it right now. And what you also don't see right now, what the angel numbers have been trying to tell you, is you are going through a crazy transformation. I feel a lot of y'all have had a lot of spiritual awakenings, and you're going to have a lot more. But what you're going through right now is a very special and magical time, so don't try to bypass any of the lessons you're learning right now. Be very, very grateful for the place you are in right now. I feel a lot of y'all may get anxious, you may cry, you may not sleep properly. So just purge out all those things, because what you need to know is you're moving towards a brand new beginning in your life. And none of the past is going to repeat. I feel a lot of y'all are very overworked and you just want to rest. You're just very tired. Know that your resting period and time will come. And I think a lot of y'all feel that the opportunities are running out of you. I feel a lot of y'all may feel you're just too old to do something. Please don't think that. You are that it's never too late to do what you want to do. And I feel a lot of y'all just need to speak your truth. A lot of y'all, because all of a sudden I wasn't able to form my thoughts, so please get out of your head and start speaking your truth, because you not speaking your truth is going to create blocks within you. And you need to let it out so you can be free, and you need to know that you have a higher calling and you are meant to affect a lot of people around you. You affect people around you by just being yourself. And I feel a lot of y'all have inner struggles with autonomy, your own personal autonomy, your own financial autonomy. Know that you are enough. You have everything that you need right now to get through things. You know, the greatness that you're aiming for to achieve, it has always been latently present within you. It's not going to come from outside. It's not going to fall from a tree like an apple. You know, the seeds for it have always been inside you. So the more you do things, the more of an action stage you are in, the more you will purify yourself through fire over here. I'm getting baptism through fire over here, you know. So it's not easy. It's not, there's no way I can sugarcoat it. And you know, we keep it very real on this channel. So just know what you're going through right now is totally worthwhile, and that is what your spirit guides are trying to tell you through the angel numbers and the signs and synchronicities, you know. And I think a lot of y'all also need to go inwards. I feel a lot of y'all are seeking answers outside. You need to stop doing that. All the answers are within you. You're very, very wise. I'm picking up a very old soul energy over here, and a lot of y'all need some isolation. A lot of y'all need to spend some time alone. You need to make your environment quiet. You need to be very quiet, so whatever has to unravel will unravel from within you, because that's what needs to happen. You need to let things out, and the only way you can get answers is through solitude. You have to make sure, you know, you pretty much owe it to yourself to give yourself at least an hour every day where you're by yourself, and it's going to be very, very worthwhile. You will be very happy that you did that, because let me tell you, not everyone is introspective. Not everyone can get answers by going inwards, because not everyone can be that honest with themselves. You know, people want to be surrounded by people at all times so they can feel validated or whatever the hell, you know, but you're not that. You're a very ascended soul, and what works for most people is not going to work for you. So stop seeking answers outside. I feel a lot of y'all want spiritual teachers and gurus, and just know that the only reason you're not getting the spiritual gurus or teachers that you want is because you are one. You know, I'm picking up a lot of y'all maybe astrologers, tarot readers, Reiki healers, yoga teachers. You know, you practice some sort of spirituality or religion, but you have to go inwards. That's the only way you can get the answers. And I think a lot of y'all need to dissolve your ego. A lot of y'all need to go through a certain ego death and know that you will be safe and you will be held during this. You know, it's really beautiful here. We have Archangel Raphael, you know, guiding this doggo and these kids through some very difficult times, you know, and it's really pretty how his wings are sort of shrouding, you know, your own self, your own higher self, your animal self, and your inner child. So I feel a lot of y'all feel you have lost parts of yourself growing up, and you need to realize that yes, you went through all the things that you went through, but you haven't lost any part of you. It has always been there within you, and you need to just acknowledge how far you have come. And the kind of journey that your soul signed up for is not easy. And I'm sure you, pile number 2, you would be like, yeah, I'm sure my soul would sign up for the most difficult, you know, soul journey there is. But just know this time won't last. You're very much going through some crazy changes in your life right now. A lot of y'all are transforming, you know, so you will be renewed. You will come to a place where you will have a lot of opportunities coming towards you. So just keep going. You're almost there, you know, don't quit now. I feel a lot of y'all may be even getting psychic visions, clairvoyance. Your third eye chakra is very, very active right now, or you may be very clairaudient, or you may be both. And just know if these things are happening to you, they're happening for a reason, and use those things because they are your gifts. A lot of y'all may be even called to share your gifts with the world, So if you want to get on YouTube and it's something you've been contemplating forever, this is your cue, because you're meant to be seen, you're meant to be heard. You have something very valuable to give. So, and I feel a lot of y'all may feel you don't know enough, but trust me, you've learned enough. And now it's time for you to give back. So, don't find excuses to limit yourself, basically, is what I'm trying to say here, pile number 2. And every time you see these signs, synchronicities, numbers, it is supposed to relieve you, it is supposed to take away your anxiety or fears, because you're being guided. You're being guided to your highest potential. I feel a lot of you are walking in your north node. And it's not easy, you will have a lot of haters than even the usual. And what you need to know is you are safe and no one can harm you. No one can bloody touch you. So move accordingly. And don't water yourself down anymore. People need to come on your level. And if they cannot, then it's just too bad for them, Maybe they can try in the next life or whatever. But you're ascending. So allow yourself to ascend. Get out of your own way over here. Hello Kitty fell down. So yeah, stop with the sabotage. I feel a lot of y'all are sabotaging yourself, Dream big. Anything I missed over here? Okay, we have Raven, which says Keeper of Secrets. And this is like personally my favorite card in this deck because, if you see my channel, you birds are very, very important. Crows, owls, ravens. And I feel a lot of y'all have these familiars. You're very, very connected to birds. You may identify as being a blue avian starseed. So a lot of y'all just need to realize that you're very, very powerful manifestors. Therefore, you have to be accountable for your own thoughts, your own feelings, and just know that you are literally creating your reality, and this is the time where your psychic gifts are heightening and your manifestation gifts are going up, and you're meant to use these things in this lifetime to get what you want. So again, I think the message here is to dream big and just know your reality is shifting. You're making quantum leaps every day, and not everyone can do this. This is not everyone's cup of tea, so to speak, over here, So you're very much warping your reality around you, which is kind of really, 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 really a big deal. So acknowledge your own power and understand what it means to acknowledge your own power, because it will really shift all these doubts and fears that you have that are truly no longer serving you. You're very much changing the landscape around you. And if you don't see the changes right now, you will soon. It's just, you're not used to seeing yourself, I'm sure even if you look back 6 months, other people wouldn't even be able to recognize you who you are right now. And you can't tell this about yourself, It's like how most tarot readers cannot give themselves a tarot reading, So stop being your own blind spot and stop getting in your own way, because the sky is the limit for you. You can have everything you want and more, and you're going to be blessed with abundance, but you have to keep walking the path and use all the hate and jealousy you get to fuel yourself. Your haters are just your fans. They are like your secret admirers. It's people who hate you, it's giving very high school bully energy. So you're coming into a lot of balance and you're coming into alignment, and that's what the angel numbers and signs and synchronicities are basically trying to tell you. Yeah, but I feel a lot of crows or ravens may have messages for you, so pay attention to that. I feel a lot of y'all also have telepathic abilities to speak to birds, you know, so pay attention. Just be more aware and mindful. It's really, really going to help you over here. So yeah, that was a very powerful reading, and it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. If you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. That's all. Bye number 2. Okay, pile number 3. If you chose the Murder of Crows Tarot, this is going to be a reading on what are the signs and synchronicities and the angel numbers you have been seeing trying to tell you. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, star family, help me tap into what are you trying to convey to my pile number 3s, for the signs and synchronicities you've been showing them. Clear, concise message of spirit, thank you. Okay, pile number 3. So we have the High Priestess, Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords, King of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 9 of Cups, the Hangman, 3 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So I'm getting a lot of messages, and I'll tell you all why I'm smiling. So, pile number 3, you're indefinitely my tarot readers, my astrologers, my Reiki healers, my yoga teachers, and or even if you're not these things, you're highly spiritual, even if you have a very worldly job, and you need to understand that your spirituality has a reason. You have been put on this earth in this lifetime, in this specific rebirth for a reason. I feel a lot of you are clearing out karma, and you're very much at the end of it, you know. And what you need to know is, I feel a lot of y'all are getting very clairvoyant and clairaudient, and just know that it is happening for a reason. You're meant to use your gifts, not just for yourself, but for other people. And I feel a lot of y'all have the power to affect the collective, and you need to take charge. And I feel a lot of y'all are hoping to make a lot of money, and you have failed just because you have been trying to conform and just trying to get by doing what regular people do. My nose was itchy, so that's confirmation. So I feel a lot of y'all need to just speak your truth. My throat chakra just felt blocked, so I feel a lot of your throat chakras may be blocked right now, and you have to speak your truth, because you need to understand that your words are very powerful. Your words are like the sword, you're in the Ace of Swords over here, and you're sort of wielding the sword of the divine. You very much have the hand of divine on you, and you need to understand that you have to stop complying and conforming and watering yourself down. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to feel that you're going to rub people the wrong way if you start speaking your truth. You know, those people were never worth it to begin with. So the dogs agree today, you know. So just stand in your own power, and the more you learn to stand in your own power and your psychic gifts and your own personal truth, I feel a lot of y'all don't want to stand in your truth because you're afraid of the changes it will create in your life. And just know these changes are imperative. You know, you may be seeing a lot of 555s, or even if you're not, you may be seeing a lot of 999s or 222s or 333s. Know that all of this is a sign. I feel a lot of y'all may be very connected to crows, ravens, owls. You may be seeing a lot of feathers, and all of this has a reason. You need to know that you're very, very protected. You're very much chosen. A lot of y'all may identify as witches, star seeds, but A lot of y'all need to just understand you're very, very magical. I feel a lot of y'all may have been alchemists, magicians, witches in your past life. And it wasn't easy, and I feel you sort of had to use your gifts for the wrong reason. And I feel the reason you have been put on earth right now, and the reason you're so loving and compassionate naturally, is because you're sort of balancing out your karma. You know, that you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot and you don't even realize the kind of things you're doing. And with all this background noise, what I'm picking up is there are a lot of obstacles in your way, and you feel you cannot be the highest version of yourself, you know. And just know that all of that is just minuscule compared to your own personal power. And you still very much have a choice here to follow your north node or not. But you will pretty much waste your life if you don't follow your north node. You'll be very much wasting this reincarnation. I feel a lot of y'all are single, and a lot of y'all are just frozen right now. You know, you sort of don't know where to go. You feel as if you're at crossroads, but you're truly not at crossroads, you know. And the only reason you feel like that is because you're not connected to your higher self. And you very much have the ability to connect to your higher self. So I feel a lot of y'all need isolation, and you need to spend some time alone. I feel a lot of y'all need to be out in nature, and everyone in this pile number 3, you have to do some sort of physical exercise or yoga or whatever floats your boat. You have to move the energy in your body from head to toe. But I'm getting yoga more than anything over here. So, you know, this is your cue and your nudge to start practicing. And your practice doesn't have to be elaborate and perfect. You know, it could just be 5 minutes every day. It's going to add up. And the benefits you will get, most people do not get. You know, not everyone is built to do yoga in that given lifetime. You have to go through a lot of lifetimes to qualify, and you have to learn certain lessons to be at that level. And you're naturally born at this level. You know, I feel I'm picking up a lot of Avatar The Last Airbender over here, and by that what I mean is you have a higher calling, and you're not just helping your ancestors, but you're also helping other people. You know, you're undoing a lot of things, and you have this ability. You have the ability to cut things out of your life, and you have the ability to sort of cut through karmic bonds and ties. So I feel there are some people who are trying to box you in and trying to make you feel less than, and they only have as much power as you give them. So I feel this is the time for you to stop being nice, learn to say no to people. Because what all of this will do is, firstly, you'll get out of this inaction. I feel a lot of y'all are not taking the necessary action. And the angel numbers and the signs you've been seeing are pretty much pushing you to take these necessary actions. You're meant to raise the vibration of a lot of people, not just yourself. And the more you start doing such a thing, the more inspired and driven you will be about having a higher purpose. And that itself will be enough to motivate you. So take the first step over here, because you will get all your wishes fulfilled. You know, you are very powerful manifestors and highly psychic, highly intuitive and highly psychic. So please start taking the first step, and everything else will fall into place. And you will have to make certain investments, but know that the investments will pay off. And for my singles, you do have love coming in. And I feel a lot of y'all will go through a glow up if you haven't already. This is my glow up pile number 3. You're going to get very, very magnetic. You're going to get very, very attractive. And you will have a lot of eyes on you, because you're meant to be you're supposed to be a guru. You're supposed to be a teacher of some kind. People need what you have to say. You have the ability to heal people through your words, through your hands. So show up for yourself. Start doing what you have to do every day. And I honestly really love this Queen of Swords in this deck, because the whole idea of Queen of Swords in this deck is, Queen of Wands. If I said Queen of Swords, so no, that also has some value. you definitely need to cut people out. And I feel there are people in your life who have betrayed you, hurt you, and they will try to come back when they see your glow up. You know, it's like if they cannot defeat you, they want to be with you. But you know better. So please make better choices, because I feel a lot of y'all are my empaths and my healers, and you want to sort of take on people's problems, but what you do is you don't even solve their problem and you stop them from learning their lesson. So you have to sort of be in your very masculine energy, doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. You have to be very decisive and you have to be very articulate, because you have it within you. You have the eloquence of language. You're meant to preach. We have Hierophant below the deck. And coming back to the Queen of Wands, you know, she's sort of, there's nothing in her way, you know, and if there's anything in her way, she's going to use her wand and clear the space. Otherwise, she wouldn't be the Queen of Wands, so to speak, over here, you know. So she just looks really badass. Like, she looks super badass. Like, I just love this card. And it's funny because I pulled this card for myself today, you know. So you need to come into your power and just realize how magical you are, you know. You have definitely been practicing magic or spirituality in your past life, and it has spilled into this life for a reason. You're meant to use it. And I feel a lot of y'all will only make the legacy wealth that you're hoping to make through your spiritual gifts. And the only reason you are stuck right now is you don't want to fully embody what it means to be magical, because you are highly magical, you know. You have it within you to make all your wishes come true. So you just need to realize how powerful you are and be accountable for that. Be accountable for yourself, the good and the bad. And I'm sensing that you're not someone who's afraid of being honest. You would be surprised how many people are afraid of being honest with themselves. How many people just believe their own lies every day. Dogs agree. You know, a lot of people just bark and they have no bite. But you have the bite within you. So, no more watering yourself down. You have to be seen. You're meant to be seen. You're not meant to be hidden. And I feel a lot of you just want to hide right now, so stop hiding. And that's what your angels, ancestors, spirit guides are trying to do. They're trying to push you. They're definitely trying to push you to walk your destiny path. So don't shy away. And I'll tell you a very tricky thing about destiny. You feel cornered. You definitely feel very cornered into your destiny path, and you feel you have no choice. But the more you go further along it, you would realize that there was no path for you but that. So you'll be eventually very grateful for even the shittiest thing that has happened to you. You will kiss the sky. Trust me. You definitely have a higher purpose, and only by fulfilling your higher purpose will you come into the stability, money that you want. And clarity will come. Clarity will come. You have a very powerful mind, and having a powerful mind often works against you, because you're not allowing yourself to be yourself. And if you're not going to allow yourself to be yourself, you're not going to attract your soul tribe and your soulmate, so to speak, your divine counterpart over here. And just know that you will not be attracting the same kind of low vibrational leeches and roaches that you have attracted. You're going to very much attract an equal. You're not going to have to settle. So keep being your awesome self, you know. Just keep walking your path, because you have a very special path over here, whether you realize it or not. And I think you will realize it eventually, how truly special your birth right now is, this rebirth of yours. And honestly, what I'm picking up here is, for a lot of y'all, this may be your last rebirth on earth. And by that, what I mean is, you very much have it within you to liberate yourself from the cycle of samsara in this life. You very much have that choice, because you're going to ascend even more and more as time passes. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But you have the stuff it takes to go all the way. You're basically like a camel in the desert. You know, the camel has everything within itself. The greatness is not going to come from outside. The greatness is always within you. And you are the oasis in the desert. So you're not just going to heal yourself, you're going to heal others. Shuffle some oracle. See if I missed out anything over here. 3 cards, take them. So we have Aradia, the lady, and the wizard. So what am I saying? Thank you for the synchronicity spirit. So you're definitely my bird people. You could definitely identify as having a crow familiar, or a raven familiar, or an owl familiar, and you definitely have been a magician in your past life. The wizard card is just a confirmation. A wizard or a witch, however you choose to identify it, doesn't matter. It's the same thing. And you have to start embodying your magical self. You're very, very magical. You don't even realize. I'm sort of seeing Wanda in my head. You're as powerful as Wanda over here. So I feel a lot of your own origin is hidden from you, and that is for a reason. It will be revealed to you over time, and what is happening to you right now, your personal life is a mess for a reason. It is a test. It is a real initiation, and initiations back in the day were never as fluff as they are right now. I'm talking about a real initiation. And you have been put through all these ego deaths for a reason. You need to understand this. And it is basically a test to see if you can be given more power, so you wouldn't abuse it in the future. Because I feel in your past life you probably had to abuse your abilities to protect yourself, and you have been made an empath, a very loving person, very compassionate in this life for a reason. You can create everything out of nothing, and let me tell you, that is very, very powerful. So if you feel you're lacking things right now, you're not. You have everything within you right now that it's going to take to get to your highest potential. You don't need anyone. You're very, very, very powerful. You need to start embodying yourself. You come from a lineage of magicians and witches, and really, really powerful alchemists and mystics. So you could naturally be into a lot of Osho mysticism, whatever, yoga, whatever. There's so many paths, right? You could very much even be into Kabbalah. So let your intuition guide you. Just do that, and just don't stop being in your own way, is what I'm getting here. Embody your heritage, and you will get through this test. So keep doing your best. You're a very, very magical creature, and you have a higher force. I think sometimes you don't even realize how you made it through the things you made it through. And you need to know that it was divine helping you. It was divine guiding you. And you're very much guided even right now. And that is why you're seeing so many signs, synchronicities. I feel you may be even seeing a lot of butterflies. You're just being bombarded, and all of this is happening for a reason. And you will come out of it very safe. And you will be transformed. You won't be the same person. And that will be for the best. And having said that, you need to realize that you never lost a part of you. Even the parts of yourself that you feel were taken away from you were never taken away from you. Those were just important lessons that you had to learn. And you will sort of get the bird's eye perspective on things. You will naturally be able to detach yourself from worldly things and just mundane everyday suffering. I'm hearing a crow right now, so I think that's a super confirmation, and I feel a lot of y'all will also move. A lot of y'all will also move very, very soon for work, studies, whatever. I feel a lot of y'all have been hoping to move. It's going to happen. It's going to happen much sooner than you think. And just keep doing the inner work. You're very, very much guided. And I feel a lot of you need to work with the moon cycle. So please start doing that. And just know what you're going through right now is a test to see how much more power can be given access to you. So do your best in this test, because the only thing limiting you now is you. I think a lot of y'all just need to aim higher and dream bigger, because you have the stuff it takes to go all the way. Yeah, so that's all I have for pile number 3. So it was a very, very powerful reading, and it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. I'm taking private readings at this time. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out. And I wish you all the best, and you've got this. You've really, really got this. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you.